Yeah, fresh out the fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fate now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, been more PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole tape wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
You say my look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when I wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need either wait. If you get it, off the plate. You wanna run it up, turn it up, all night. If the lights went down, get your keep that baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it
listening to the album, good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white jerk. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with the in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend it's you, I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me, if I was to ever take a leave, it would be aspirin to break your feet. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at her feet? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will be an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy.
Yes, I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out.
Shut me down. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, attention, chicken out again.
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
and for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
break it down.
Sometimes I wonder what the old me'd say
If what?
if he could see the way it is today. He'd probably say that everything is gay.
Like happy.
What's my name? What's my name?
So how many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger than cacti bee, and that's why these words sting just like you were being attacked by bees in the coop, leaning back my seat. Open R. Kelly's favorite group, the black guy. In my Air Max 90s, white tees, walking parental advisory. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a hacky sack I treat the whole world cause I got it at my feet. How can I explain to you that even myself I'm a danger to? I hop on tracks like a kangaroo and say a few things that to the anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul. Quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, but you can all. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you. My own kids, they're brats. They can off. Them and you are. You too, Paul. Got two. Biggest root paws. What you thought you saw ain't what you saw. Cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping. See the kidnapping. Never did happen. Like Sherry Papini, Harry Houdini. I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
and for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
That's how I be happening. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get crackin', put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud, put it down for them, come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In them dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like Magnolia, city in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it, where they at? Get it. Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling. Code 304, she don't want a 16. Renegade on up, make it. Buy a trees, no love, I'ma sleep with my Porsche 9/11, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no randomness. The sneaky, if police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. On 65th Street. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landed. In them dirty, dirty apartments, stay shiny. I forever be the hardest. Big time, like the wireless, real shiny. Like the Magnolia. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get the bomb. Where they at? Get it.
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Broken me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse flirts. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that, nah. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landed. In them dirty apartments, stay shiny. I forever be the hardest, big time. Like the wireless, real shiny. Like the Magnolia. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get the bomb. Where they at? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landed. In them dirty apartments, stay shiny. I forever be the hardest, big time. Like the wireless, real shiny. Like the Magnolia. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get the bomb. Where they at?
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight. It didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my shows. Thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, y ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por lo mío, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day. But you know I'm here now.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
Let's go. Go.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And that throw just too high for him. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's second down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And the downhill charge gets there and touches this one right at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 17. He finds Neighbors right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing from the gun. He's going deep this time. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Locke looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Ready?
To throw, here's Locke. Escapes the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Here we go, Shaq.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They've reached midfield, Brock, and this new set of downs is going to begin the march in enemy territory. Here's Locke to the air. He puts everything behind this one. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Shaheed now to return.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Running behind center with Kamara. He finds space for a few yards that time. Bobby Okereke making that stop. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 3rd and 8. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Locke. He lets one fly deep downfield. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. So second down coming up.
Hey, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch? Yeah, that looked good. But you got to get both feet down, too.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15.
Go!
They motion a receiver left. 2nd and 15. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is on 3rd and long. Taking a deep shot here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Motion man sent left. Throwing his lock. Connects with Slayton. And he's taken down at the 30. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brian Burns coming up. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action.
Bouncing football. Oh, but this one bounces out of bounds, so in the end, no gain on the play. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. To the air, Hayner. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Play action on first down. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Hayner now. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Hayner to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Adoree Jackson makes the play. And the Giants get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there still reeling from that interception.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Lock to throw it. This is complete to Neighbors. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
From the 38. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we called them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete out to the right side. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's go now.
Locked down. Throwing for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Saints make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Sending a receiver left. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up second and 20 at the 12-yard line.
Another try following the sack. He put everything he had into this. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Colsenadivo's got it. And the Saints get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Here's Hayner. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 23. That's complete to Kamara. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will set up first and goal. Kamara. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's second and goal. He tries to sneak it, and he's in for the touchdown. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. But that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Working quickly here.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Here's Tracy once more. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Back-to-back runs, yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8. Lock. Short pass caught by his tight end. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Lock looking to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. Oh no, they get him yet again. Colson Adebo's got it. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Tie game, final quarter, the final minutes and seconds ticking away, Brock. I mean, this is dream scenario for a defender to have the chance to score the potential game winner.
Yeah, I'll raise my hand and sometimes at a fault for too many times think about the quarterback. Oh, This is the moment you live for. Oh, you got to maximize this situation. It's the same mindset for these defenders, and when they capitalize on it, well, you could see the celebration by his teammates.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Back to the air, following the pick 6. Oh, he put everything he had in. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Colson Adebo's got it. And the Saints will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Running right, it's Kamara. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
19, Charger, 19, 18,
Hayner. That'll be caught. It's Jamal Williams. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
First down, Saints.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Handoff headed right, Kamara. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 17. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. It's Kamara on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here's an important kick now for Blake Groupie. This 32 yards out on the right hash. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Ready up.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Running for it, Kamara. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Setting up to pass. Taken in by Bellinger. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Here he is to throw. He's got Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He'll look to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. They send a man in motion. To throw, here's Locke. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing is Locke. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Locke to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Here's Locke to the air. Brought in close to the 8. And he goes out of bounds after getting them to the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. He's got it. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for 2. He's throwing for it! Putting the body on the line for his team! They didn't come here today to play for no overtime, Brock. They didn't come here today to come away with a tie. They came here for the W, baby! And that 2-point conversion has them now moments away from that.
So many factors go into a big decision like that, Kate. You got to separate the emotion of it. You got to look at where your team is, and ultimately, who do you trust the most? In these huge decisions, time and again, it's all about trust to me. And this staff, well, they put the trust in that offense to go deliver, and boy, did they ever.
Shaheed now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Here's Hayner to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Wow, they're gonna pass it here. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw it. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
He's back to throw. It was a win no matter what. They decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown, the knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.